Okay. Welcome back to 4 Peas in a Podcast. I'm Kayla and this is Marin, and we're happy that you're watching us.
Acting like I'm supposed to go next.
You are! You're baby daddy!
That is, both of them are mine. So,
This is a dog.
Yep.
And I'm Allison, and that one's mine.
My name's Mike, and I'm the uncle. Yeah, Uncle Mike.
Anyways, so today on the podcast, we're doing like weird. What would you call this?
Mysteries.
Unsolved weird mysteries.
Unsolved weird mysteries. So, everybody's got a topic. Wait, you have.
The Bermuda Triangle.
And I know Caleb has.
Nessie.
Lochness
Loch Ness.
Monster.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Mike and I LOL'd so hard when we saw that
Got my
you
girl Nessie.
chose the Loch Ness Monster, and Mike's like, I know Caleb's been like, Caleb, you had to choose the Loch Ness Monster.
You couldn't have picked anybody else.
That's my girl. It was either that or Bigfoot.
He likes Nessie. He likes
No, I've always
gosh.
been fascinated with the Loch Ness Monster for some reason.
Oh my god.
And I don't even like water.
I told Mike, I was like, Loch Ness Monster's like picking Bigfoot or Yeti. And then he says his second choice is Bigfoot.
I'm gonna pick the abominable snowman.
It's Caleb, he's simplistic. I chose
Yes.
the Dancing Plague of 1518.
Is this related
Or
to...
Dancing Mania.
Is this related to the bubonic plague?
Not in the slightest.
Oh, okay.
And my unsolved mystery is just a guy named D.B. Cooper.
Some dude.
Yeah,
D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
I'm
don't
not
worry.
gonna lie, 'cause I'm glad
Nobody-
you said something, because I was like,
I looked him
D.B.
up today.
Cooper.
I was
It's
like,
legit,
I'm
huh?
sorry, I keep...
I didn't
You're
read all of it, but I saw it and I was like, can't wait to hear about this.
That's
'Cause
legit.
I looked at it, I didn't read it. I was just like, he
Legit.
looks cool.
So, since Kayla and I don't know about D.B. Cooper, and Caleb says it's cool, why don't you go first?
Alright, so D.B. Cooper. A man identified as Dan Cooper. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now. I had to write this down, and my handwriting, as you all know, is atrocious.
But so you can't read your own handwriting?
Pretty much, because I almost said bearded a flight instead of boarded a flight. So, a man identified as Dan Cooper boarded a flight to Seattle on November 24th, 1971. He sat in the back, lit a cigarette, ordered a drink, and passed the flight attendant a note. The note stated he had a bomb and waited and wanted her to sit beside him. She did so, and she stared at the bomb and told her, I want $200,000 by 5 p.m. in cash. Put it in a knapsack. I want 2 back and 2 front parachutes. When we land, I want a fuel truck ready to refuel the plane. No funny stuff, or I'll do it. She passed the demands on to the captain, and they were met. Passengers were released, and the money and the parachutes were carried on board. After refueling, he told the captain to head towards Mexico City. Once at a lower altitude on the way to Mexico City, he grabbed the cash and the parachutes and jumped out of the plane, never to be seen again. This guy basically just did a robbery. No one knows where he's at.
I know where he's at.
Can't find
Mexico City, right?
we can't find D.B. Cooper, Dan Cooper, but we can find Tom Brady's jersey
Yeah.
in 5 days.
What year was this?
1974.
Well, that's your problem.
Okay, why?
If it was 2017.
I know, right?
Why, like, no one was notified? There were no police notified.
Well, yeah, they had to have been notified because they.
Well, like, why didn't they do something like a hostage situation when they got to the airport?
I feel like
Because
they
he
were
had a
probably
bomb.
just like.
Because he had a bomb?
Yeah.
Was
I
it
wouldn't-
even real? Do we know? Because he jumped out with it.
I mean, yeah, he's jumped out with
What?
it.
I mean, to be
If-
honest, if he has a bomb and he's not going to hurt anybody, I'm going to just let him do what he's going to do.
Yeah,
Honestly.
if he's
How
like,
much
hey,
money
Now,
did
if
they-
he starts hurting...
200,000, and it says in there that he gave some to the flight attendants and to the flight crew.
I'm sure, 100% sure, they weren't just allowed to keep this bomb man's money.
Oh, pretty sure they were.
I'm pretty sure.
This is trauma. Put this here.
Right, like, tuck this away.
I'm pretty sure that if you robbed a bank and you were like, here, teller, here's 1,000 for your troubles, like, the cops would be like, oh,
Well,
you
there's a
totally
difference.
deserve it.
There's
There's
a
a
difference.
difference. There's a camera.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
So-
It's noted somehow. Obviously, people know about it.
Oh yeah, but that could have also been hearsay, like, oh yeah, he gave me a couple dollars.
Yeah.
When they could easily just found some money on the floor.
But you're making assumptions that we don't know.
Well, no.
Maybe it is common.
I'm just saying,
knowledge
like,
that they
that's
just
what he
take it.
said. But
Would you take the money?
yeah.
Would you take the money?
I'd probably feel bad about it.
I don't think I could take it.
And then
I don't think I
I
could-
wouldn't feel bad about it.
Because wouldn't want anyone to be like, she's obviously in on it. Because that's
Where-
the first thing I thought.
So where did he get the $200,000 though?
They gave it to him
Like-
on the plane.
Like on
The
the terminal when they
attendants.
pulled into the terminal.
Yeah, when they pulled up to the
I
terminal.
want to know.
Wait,
in-
like the civilians gave him $200,000?
No. Like he told the captain to like call the airport ahead to have a fuel truck ready and to have the money. So
Okay.
basically he was
So it's basically government money.
right.
Oh
government
no, I
money.
wouldn't feel bad then.
But like,
Not me.
I want to know what the control tower was like. We got to get this bomb off the runway. Like, let's go. First in line. Like,
Take him wherever.
how are you getting flight commands for that?
What I want to know is like just being in the control room at that point. There should be a movie about that. Hey, we got some guy on here who says he has a bomb.
Is there a movie on this?
I don't know. There's a comic book about it,
So,
but it's a French comic book, so it's.
so they
kinda
know
weird. I have to
who
look
he
that up.
is. They know who he is
Uh-huh.
because they got his name.
But they name.
But they can't find him, or they gave him a rando name.
No. He identified himself as Dan Cooper.
Like with his ticket.
So
Right.
Does the Dan
Oh.
Cooper exist? I mean, I'm sure they've looked that up.
Yeah, but
So, I mean, like-
Dan Cooper's. Dan is a very familiar, like a just a basic name.
so what I'm thinking
White
now.
boy name.
Was
Is
it even
it-
an American? Yeah, but he had to board the flight with some sort of identification. Like, there's got to be more to this.
Yeah, but that was also
Fake
in the
ID.
70s.
I got it. But he
He's
had to
got
buy-
a
I mean,
Doodle
think-
Bob ID.
and they didn't have like credit cards and everything.
Well, no, because they didn't have to worry about it. I mean, think about
It
it.
was
In
only
the
the 70s, y'all.
Oh, I'm saying, did they have it though?
It was
Credit
78 too, wasn't it?
74.
Did they
but
have credit cards? I
I
don't
don't-
think so.
I don't think they did.
I think they
I think
did.
that came out in like
They weren't
early
using
2000s.
credit cards. I bet they like had a credit limit with their bank to be able to take out loans.
I don't think they had credit
I don't
cards.
think so. That came out in like 2005.
Either way, you still got to give an ID, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
Credit cards, 2005.
No.
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 No. it
Maybe
No,
like
that-
the 80s or
no,
90s,
no,
but I don't
that.
see 2005.
I know. I was kidding.
But yeah, I mean, think
It
about
came
it.
out in 1975.
It was the day
The
after.
year-
How about
the
that?
The
year-
day after.
This is why credit cards were invented. So
Yeah.
whenever somebody says, "This is my ID,"
Imagine they
Buy
debited his
this.
bank account $250,000. Like, joke's on you, sucker.
He's like, jokes on y'all. I don't need a bank
Do
account.
you think
okay.
he's living under a different ID right now in the United States?
No, I think he's living under his regular
see,
name.
See, now this is what I'm saying. Like, if he is real, he's not in America. I mean,
No.
he's in Mexico probably or somewhere else. He's not here.
Is he that
Unless, yeah, you know what? Because I never heard about him. So
No, I bet he's not that infamous, but I bet it's like, why come back?
He's
infamous?
smart.
Because it's America?
you know what? That was a well put together.
And we have
Well,
apple
I mean,
pie.
It's
um,
very
I would come
smart.
back.
He did it.
So once he got to Mexico City, then
He
what?
did that.
I don't know.
Did he make his connecting flight to Europe?
Are we
Like,
Are any of us Dan Cooper and we don't know it? Like, how are we supposed to know what he did when?
This sounds a lot like Creed Bratton. What Creed would do.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
It really does.
Office
It's
is
just crazy.
That's
man.
pretty insane. I like that one. I have never heard of him.
That was actually pretty.
How did
good.
you hear about it?
Just found him
Where
online.
did you get your information in case people want to look him up?
Top 10.
Web it. Would you get Wiki?
No, I just looked up.
You know
crazy.
what? I think he was on the top 10 when I looked up top 10 weirdest stories.
Yeah, top 10 weirdest stories.
Creed Bratton.
And he was, like, number 4.
Identity.
And I was like, all right, cool. This is a guy. It's not a murder.
Where did you get your information? Do you
I
know the
don't-
website?
No, I don't know the website.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
DBCooper.com.
Yeah, it was
dbcooper.com. He charges you $1 to access his website.
All
Then he's a real
proceeds-
millionaire.
All proceeds go to the DB Cooper Foundation.
GoFundMe. DB Cooper.
DB Cooper.
I bet you somebody set up a DB Cooper.
You know what? You know what the real unsolved mystery is? And I'm just gonna throw this out here, and then we can keep moving on. Coney 2012. That's the real unsolved mystery.
it's not unsolved. They solved it. They arrested the guy.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't remember Coney 2012?
It was like something with the internet.
No, it was a guy who was taking proceeds, for Africa or something.
Oh.
And he made a movement called Coney 2012, and he sold these, like, bundle packs of, like, stuff you could get in return.
And
all the proceeds would go to some foundation.
and it was a huge thing.
Oh my gosh, he made hundreds of thousands, I think.
We were on our way to Orlando one time.
We were talking about getting a bundle pack.
We were on our way to Orlando.
This was
and
like
they had
circa
like
2011.
they had like the
2012.
bridge that's on your way to Orlando,
That was close.
and the whole thing was covered with Coney 2012.
Yeah, people would put
photos and
cups in the
everything.
gates that said Coney 2012.
Dude, it was.
Well,
great.
anyways, they ended up catching him, and he went to jail for grand theft. I'm sure for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Felony fraud, whatever.
I
you wanna call
remember
it.
when that was happening. I just didn't like
Jeez. That's
do anything with it.
So, who wants to go next?
Nessie. I want to hear Nessie.
I think Nessie should go last because everybody knows about Nessie.
All right.
So
I can see that.
I'll go next.
You wanna go?
Yeah.
yeah, stop playing
So-
footsies with me.
That's you. Why are your feet? Oh, I've got Regis paw on my foot. I was like, your feet are all the way over here.
Oh, he's
I
lovely.
have
Yeah,
my
he
boy
put his foot
Dash
up on my
hopping
palm.
on my leg. I have you playing footsie with me.
I'm not trying to. I
I
just.
have Mike staring in the windows of my soul.
Oh my god, you guys are
She's the only normal one right now.
All right, Bermuda
Okay.
Triangle.
What I got
Bermuda Triangle. So I'm like obsessed with the ocean. Like Caleb knows this. Like mermaids, ocean.
Everybody who
Pearls.
knows you knows this.
Pearls, everything. So
Pearls.
Maybe for
pearls. So I chose the Bermuda Triangle because I've always been interested in that, and everyone knows what it is, but do you guys know where it is? Like,
Isn't it like off the coast of Florida, east, like
yes,
southeast-ish?
yes,
And it's like an area, but it's not like a perfect triangle, isn't it? Kind of like a sideways triangle like this.
yes.
But I don't know. Is it? What specifies?
It's
the-
a cute
It's like
triangle.
the Keys, and then to Bermuda, and then down to Puerto Rico.
So you're trying to tell me I'm sailing through the Bermuda Triangle?
Yes, you are.
Can
No.
boats get through it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but the weird thing is like, since the 20s is when they report the boats missing. The 1920s, like all these boats and planes and boats have gone missing, like mysteriously. Like no one knows where they went, and that they'll lose contact with what is it called? Who they communicate with, like on land.
I don't know.
They're like, when you,
Mayday.
Control?
Yeah.
Something
Control.
control?
Yeah, like whoever
Control room.
whoever they
tower.
talk to.
Control
Mail.
towers?
Yeah, people like that who can tell them, hey, there's a big storm coming up, or hey, we need help, So they disappear, and then they have no idea where these ships and planes go. And there have been reports that they come back, like they'll float back and stuff, but they're like
Empty.
empty, old, rusted, like stuff like that. So,
December.
Yeah.
oh my God,
We're going to San Juan and
yes. So I wonder if we. I don't
Grand
think we went
Turks?
through there.
Are the Grand
we
Turks
went
by
towards
there?
Cuba.
No, you might not go through there. You might go like down. I don't know.
They might avoid it on purpose.
Grand Turks, I
Y'all
think,
might
is the
ride
first
on
place
line.
we're going to. Grand Turks, San Juan, St. Kitts, and St. Martin. Something like that.
Saint Martin.
I think you'll probably miss it then.
I hope so.
But
I don't know, man. I'm kind of cool with going into
No,
a parallel universe.
no, let her finish.
as long as you're
Dope.
on the east side, I think you're okay. Which I don't know where you're
Stay
going
on
is
the west side.
located. But anyway,
Kendrick.
so these ships they just disappear, and then the most recent one was 2015. Like it was a cargo ship of 30 people. They're just gone. And yesterday I was looking.
That's so scary.
That's
There
where
was-
DB Cooper went.
Bermuda Triangle.
Yesterday there was a story, there was a report of this ship from 1942 that showed up again, and they're trying to determine if that's really the ship that showed up. And
You got her mad nervous now. She's
Well,
not gonna want to go on this cruise now.
Supposedly, I think that's what happened to Amelia Earhart, right? Because they
That's
never found her plane.
I thought she flew over into the mountains.
She
they
flew over
don't know what
Bermuda
happened
Triangle.
to her, and I think that was one of the theories. But
So, do they have any theories for what happens to these ships?
well, scientists
Which one
want
is
to
what?
say, it's the weather, the magnetic pull, or whatever. What?
No, go ahead. I'll tell you.
And then they, I saw this picture from space, and it's like the satellites picked up these hexagonal, is it how you say it, hexagonal clouds. It's like, it's actually a space where there aren't any clouds, but it's the shape of a hexagon, and there were like multiple ones beside each other, and they were in the Bermuda Triangle. So they think there's like some kind of pull or something there that like flips the ship over or like sucks them down. And
Well,
No.
cruise,
Are we talking Pirates of the Caribbean, like upside down, side up?
like the
well,
ship
you know,
disappears.
cruise ships are a lot
So-
heavier now, so I don't think it's
And,
gonna pull it.
like when they're sailing through there, they lose communication with the people.
Then why do people continue to go there?
I don't know. I mean, they have to go.
It's a
to-
shortcut.
It's the thrill.
There are some islands in that
Come
triangle. Like,
Shortcut.
there's islands in there. Let me.
Bruh, trust me, I'm
There-
going to get us through the Bermuda Triangle. No, not this time. This time we're going through.
There is like a theory that that's where Tom Hanks went with Wilson.
Wilson! You know what?
Did he ever get found
Stay
in that
on
movie?
topic, y'all.
Let's see if we can find
Stay on
out
topic.
if you're going to be affected. I don't think so.
That's a big triangle.
But look.
I'm going to Grand Turks first from Canaveral.
It's a cute triangle.
Dang,
Oh,
there
you
it
are
is.
on that side. But let's see.
Oh,
Why is the map not? Okay.
So,
We're going
you
to Grand
haven't seen.
Turks. Is it right through the middle of the tree? Give it to me.
She's gonna hate me.
Stop! Dude, it is right through the middle of the triangle.
Yeah.
Well, you got 6 months to forget about it.
I ruined her vacation. I'm
So,
sorry.
we're not gonna come see Eugene every day after a certain amount of time, so we might just take him.
That's fine.
Stop.
It's the other
But,
dog.
like,
it's
what
the
are, like,
dogs.
Like, so
What do
they
you want-
think
what do you
the
want us to
ships
do with the
flip
dogs?
upside down?
They don't know. They
Might
just
just take
think
them.
that like
Just
that
take them.
there's
Take
like
Dash.
some kind of pull, and so their
I'll take
theory
both of
was
them.
like, well, it must be some kind of pull that flips the ships up and down, or like upside down, or it must like suck them under. Like they don't.
It's
know.
like everything inside of there, every ship goes down? Or is it
no,
just like.
not everyone. I mean, since like 1925, there's been like 90 instances.
I mean, where that point
That's
is
one
in
a year.
Florida,
Girl, that's one a year.
where that point is on Florida, I think that's where y'all are boarding.
Going out of Canaveral.
It's up further.
It's by Coco.
I think y'all are gonna ride right through that triangle. And you'll be right okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go from there, to the Grand Turks.
And you'll be okay.
You'll be okay. There are cruise ships all the time.
People live there. Grand Turks is a parallel universe.
Yes. Do you remember?
Disney.
They don't, but do you remember?
Do you remember?
Stranger Things. We're going to the upside down.
Nice.
Upside down.
But see all these
Nice.
islands,
Yes.
people live there. See,
Yeah.
it's okay.
They have
I'd
to
be
get.
more
They have to
scared-
get their stuff anyways,
I'd
babe.
be more scared if I was way out here. This is
Yeah,
probably
this
where
is
it
where
happens.
people start dying at.
People live on those islands.
And you're
Do you
only
think
going
that
right
though,
there.
You're only going from like
You're
we're only
staying
going
close
from
to
like
land.
here, and we're just gonna go through all these little islands right here, and then we're gonna get right there. I think that's where you're going. Somewhere over here. I don't know where we're going, but we're going over here.
We're going to Turks and Caicos.
So we're not going out
Look.
here into the Death Triangle.
Nicki Minaj just went to Turks. and
Yeah, but
Caicos,
we're
so-
going to Puerto Rico after that.
Okay.
Puerto Rico's right
Okay,
there.
people live in Puerto
You're
Rico.
saying-
Grand Turks is right there, and we're gonna go straight down the line.
Yeah, they don't sail out in the middle of the ocean.
We're not gonna go. All right, guys, well, we're out here in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, and then we're gonna go down.
Yeah. Bermuda Triangle don't mess with
I
Puerto
can't.
Rico.
It's probably like that.
Is there anything
because-
else you can tell me about it?
Call your mom and freak out about the Bermuda Triangle.
Let her talk.
Well, if you look, there's like all these islands down here. There's nothing out here. So it's probably the ships that are going to like
There's
Bermuda.
So, do you
Bermuda.
believe in the
Probably underwater.
Bermuda Triangle, or do you think they're coincidences?
Um,
Because that is a big part of like the sea to just be.
Sure.
I believe it because like all the ships that disappear are in that area. Like they have proof that they're in that area when they stop communicating
Maybe
and they say that they're in trouble.
that's where.
But do they have
Atlantis
any
is.
idea why right there? Any theories on that?
No, they just saw the cloud, the shape where there was like.
Can I
no
see that
clouds.
picture?
I can try to find it.
Hexagonal clouds.
So.
Are you sure they're not Photoshop pictures?
No, I saw
Yeah,
a
anything from
satellite.
space I don't agree with.
All right. Do you believe in it?
Well, I would say no, but I feel like if I said no and then something happened when we were in the Bermuda Triangle, you'd be like, "This is all your fault."
Let's just think of it this way: you guys are lucky enough to test this theory.
No. Maybe it's just God, like testing, like.
But see,
I feel like that's a huge coincidence.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like that's a huge coincidence.
Oh, I've seen that before.
I just
They
feel
could've
like
made that up. Like it could have just happened to look like that.
Like they could have made those clouds spell sex or something, like in the Disney movies.
yes.
so. I
feel a
think
little bit better.
I don't 100% agree with it. Like I don't believe in
Maybe
it. I
it's
guess you
God
could
just
say.
testing
not
the
only that,
rapture.
It's just think about how much we know about the
Yo, if
ocean.
we get raptured on the way there.
How much do you know? Like, think about how much the Earth is covered in water. 70%, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much do we know about the water?
Like nothing.
3%.
We know
We know
more about space than the ocean.
We know 3% of what the waters hold,
Mm-hmm.
and we know 5% of space. So if that gives you any hint that I'm not like 100% convinced in the Bermuda Triangle, because
And-
literally
and
it
space
could
is a
be
lot
it could be
bigger.
a huge crevice that's going down, and one of those boats or planes has some type of malfunction, and it hits and
But
it
they
sinks
can't
all
find.
the way
They
down.
can't even find the ships that go missing in there.
Sometimes
they don't
they come
send
back.
anybody after them. But they're like empty. They're like ghost ships when
Yeah,
they come back.
they just disappeared. Like they never find them. But they could have sank, and how do you know where they sank? You know?
Because no one's going out there digging
They're
for.
not gonna search the whole bottom of the
Because
ocean.
it's not like it's Titanic. These are like, oh, it's a cargo ship full of. I mean,
1,000.
Has a cruise ship gotten sucked down in the Bermuda Triangle?
No, I didn't see anything about cruise ships. It's usually like smaller cargo ships.
Usually just like Carnival.
And planes.
Caleb! You're horrible! Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for sharing. I believe in the Bermuda Triangle.
You'll be fine.
That's screwy.
I know, but you'll be fine.
Like, what if there's a black hole in there? And you hit just the right point in there.
But you're on the edge. Like, you saw those islands that are right there, and they have to have planes and ships.
So how do they determine the shape of the triangle? That's just a bunch of
Illuminati.
pinpoints in there, and they've...
Probably, yeah. It could be.
That's probably Illuminati?
to be able to join anything in the Illuminati, you have to go out into the middle of the Bermuda
That's where their
Triangle
headquarters are.
and sacrifice.
That's the headquarters.
Oh my gosh.
Bermuda Triangle.
So they just took a bunch of points and then drew... Okay, so basically it's in a triangle shape.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily just one point in there, everybody's getting lost.
Right.
They can't tell.
They don't know. It's just like that area is high for
Has to be.
losses. Like,
But have people gone in there, lost communication, and came out the other side?
I didn't see anything like that. Because, like, if that happened, then you'd think they'd be able to tell, like, oh my gosh, this happened.
Maybe
But then
you'll-
they could just say, hey, we just lost communication. Nothing happened to us.
Maybe
I mean, I'm
you'll
sure it's
tell the
happened
tale.
before. Stop.
I'm giving them positive.
I think it's
Maybe I'll tell the tale.
I think it's crazy because it's
Jesus.
like
I think it's.
So you believe in it?
Hmm?
Do you believe in it?
I think it's baloney.
You think it's baloney?
But I
You
think
believe
it's possible.
Yes, I do.
it. So you did the Jeff face. Jeff does that face.
What?
I don't know what I did. What did I do?
I can't explain it. Like, what's the face he makes? I can't even. Like when he goes, like.
You should have Jeff on one day.
Like, you know when he says something to Wawa and he gets, like, nervous? That's what you did.
Well, I didn't mean to. Maybe that's just
Waiting
like a
for
Mansfield
Wawa
thing.
to, like...
Mansfield thing.
Mansfield thing.
So you don't believe in it? Thumb says pick one.
No.
Okay. Do you believe in it?
No. I believe more that the Illuminati's headquarters.
Oh my
is in the
gosh,
middle.
stop.
Do
They
we
just
believe
drew it
Mike's
Alright.
theory while we're on this?
No,
You
absolutely
don't believe my
not.
theory? That's a real thing.
Do
It's a
you?
real mystery.
What?
Do you think
I
Mike's
should've done the
mystery is real?
Illuminati. Are you talking about the Illuminati, or are we talking about his
No,
mystery?
Mike Cooper.
His
Oh,
Cooper.
do I think it's real? Yeah, of course I think it's real.
Yeah, but
It's
I think
facts.
I don't think that he had a bomb. I think he like played them really good.
Played
He's like, I
Yeah,
want
he
some
may
money
have.
in this.
Played themselves.
played
I'm gonna
themselves.
do
Yeah, I think it's real.
He's a fool in a man's shoes. Alright, I guess that's why I'll start mine. So, I, like, literally scoured the internet for, like, the most unheard of-ish weird story that's unsolved. Like, I wanted to get something, like, people haven't heard of. Does that make sense?
Mm.
And this one is called The Dancing Plague. It's also called Dancing Mania. I don't know how to pronounce this. Choriomania, St. John's Dance, and St. Vitus or Vitus Dance.
Choreomania, like choreography.
Oh, root word, choreomania.
And
Okay.
the dab.
So, I've got a lot. I wrote a lot. It was really
old
interesting.
Englishmen dabbing.
Death by dab. I'm sorry. Death by dab.
Howdy, Mike.
So is it
Howdy,
scary?
Mike.
It's
funny.
creepy, but it's not like murderous. I mean, people die. But anyways, so a social phenomenon that occurred primarily in the mainland Europe between the 14th and 17th century. Groups of people dancing thousands at a time affected mostly women and children who danced until they collapsed.
What?
The first outbreak was in ancient Holy Roman Empire in 1374 and quickly spread through Europe. The most notable outbreak is in Strasbourg and 1518. So that's the one I did because it was the most notable one. And it's called the Dancing Plague of 1518. And all my information is from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So count it for what it's worth.
They partied hard back then.
No,
so.
I'm sorry. Some of my information is from history. I quoted it here. amphistory.com. I mean, it seemed legit. Or it also seemed Illuminati. So we'll see. We'll get through it. The dancing plague or dancing epidemic of 1518 was a case of dancing mania that occurred in Strasbourg. I don't know how to say this. Alsace, then part of the Holy Roman Empire. In July 1518, around 400 people took to dancing for days without rest. In over a period of about a month, some of those affected died of heart attack, stroke, and exhaustion. The outbreak began July of 1518 when a woman, Miss Trophia, began to dance fervently in the streets of Strasbourg.
Hitting them folks.
This lasted somewhere between 4 and 6 days, and within a week, 34 other people joined. Within a month, there were around 400 dancers, predominantly female. Some of these people eventually died of heart attacks, strokes, or exhaustion. One report indicates that for a period, the plague killed around 15 people per day. Historical documents include physician notes, cathedral sermons, and local and regional chronicle. I don't know what I wrote there. I knew I was going to do this because I spelled it wrong, and I tried to write over it. And even notes issued by Strasbourg City Council are clear that the victims danced, some even to their deaths. As the dancing plague worsened, concerned nobles sought the advice of local physicians who ruled out astrological or supernatural causes, instead announcing that the plague was a natural disease caused by hot blood. However, instead of prescribing bleeding, authorities encouraged more dancing, in part by opening 2 guild halls and a grain market and even constructing a wooden stage. The authorities did this because they believed that the dancers would recover only if they danced continuously night and day. To increase the effectiveness of the cure, authorities even paid for musicians to keep the afflicted moving. Modern theories are that they were on LSD, while they had food poisoning or stress-induced psychosis. According to the historian John Waller, the explanation most likely concerns Saint Vitus, a Catholic saint who basically made 16th century Europeans believe he had the powers to curse people with dancing plagues. When combined with the horror of disease and famine, both of which were tearing through Strasbourg in 1518, St. Vitus' superstition may have triggered some stress-induced hysterias that took a hold of much of the city. Other theories have suggested that the dancers were members of a religious cult or ingested some sort of mold that was in the rye bread, which caused hallucinations.
Oh my gosh, that was the biggest, phoniest thing I've
No,
ever
it's
listened
not,
to.
though.
Oh my
Drugs.
No, but
gosh.
it's really not.
Drugs.
It's pretty
Dab
popular.
on 'em.
Just imagine, literally, people standing on the streets. And the only thing is like, you don't know what they danced like. But
That's
let's
what I'm
just
saying.
imagine what they danced like. Let's imagine them dancing like we do now. bunch of people out there dabbing and twerking and pop locking and dropping until
but
they
here's
die.
The thing, like, their dancing
Bruh.
was so different from ours. These people could have been on something like LSD or some hallucinogen that made them just kind of like sway around the streets. They couldn't keep their balance, and people like they're dancing.
But why would they be in the street for like 2 days?
Oh, yeah, this show went laid
I
down.
mean, has anyone been to Woodstock?
Nope.
Have you heard of Woodstock?
Yep.
I mean, those people took a lot of drugs.
That's true.
I think they took drugs.
I don't think they took
I
anything.
think they either took drugs or I think that they had like what did they call it? Stress-induced hysteria.
But how do you have like one? It starts with one woman and then you have like 30 women.
Well, they were saying that they had like a saint of the church who said that he could like curse people with the dancing plague.
I'm gonna find out if this is real or not.
What if he?
1 second.
I mean, we could do that with all of these stories, but it doesn't. The internet, we're gonna get different answers.
It's nothing about the internet. It's just I gotta fact check something just for my
Go for it.
personal use.
So, this man said, "I'm gonna curse you."
He threatened people if they didn't follow his
To
rulings.
make you dance.
I think that this is a bunch of hypochondriacs. And one girl thought it was really funny, and then she realized that she had to play along until she died.
I don't know.
Oh man, it's fun! Look, we're dancing in the street.
I don't know, back in the day, they were pretty serious, and like I know a lot of
But,
people like outlaw dancing. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever y'all are done.
Oh, we're ready.
Okay, so I think that it's fake because the bubonic plague happened in like 13 something. So these guys are like, why can't we have a plague?
I
Let's
mean,
one
I
up 'em."
guess. listen.
What's
I
cooler
guess,
than a bubonic plague?
A dancing
dancing plague.
I guess in all truth, the medical records and I mean, there's a lot of things linking that it's true. Separate records like sermon messages from the Roman churches, like physician notes. Like there's a lot of different pieces they pull together to come to say that it's true, but that doesn't mean that they could not have been altered.
On a serious note.
But they do have supportive information saying that. But then again, people back then were very, I mean, compared to what we are now, very uneducated. So that doesn't mean their perception of what dancing in the streets is the same thing of ours.
Well, that's what I was getting to say. Like, I obviously don't think it was a plague that, like, they were actually dancing. Like what you said, they could have had a sickness or something where they were swaying around and it looked like they were dancing. Maybe that's what it was. But actually
It is weird.
dancing...
Well, their dancing is not our dancing. It's totally different.
I just imagine someone standing on stage tap dancing to death.
But what I don't understand is how the authorities figured more dancing. Like, they believed they had to dance it out to get over it. Like, the only way to get over it was for them to finish dancing. Like, they had to finish it to get out of it.
Sounds
they
like my
watched-
OCD with the door.
They were just like, he's a maniac.
Or maybe that's when the party rock anthem came out.
Party people!
I'm just like
Migos
so
were
glad
back
I
then.
didn't live back then because people were ridiculous. Like,
But this is also coming from people that say, like, the Salem witch trials, which I am not discrediting. I don't know enough about it to discredit it. But this is also coming from people who were saying about the Salem witch trials.
I just
So
imagine,
how
like,
accurate is it? And I'm really not trying to offend anybody who believes in it. But
just imagine, like, if the four of us were in that time. Like, with everything that we know now, and the four of us are in that time, be like, bro, will you stop? You are not dancing. You are fine.
Or you was not
Sit down.
sick.
Girl, you is fine. Sit down. You's okay. Ain't no one got time for you.
But again, this Roman Catholic leader made these people believe, and these people were so small-minded that I really think they could have convinced themselves and given themselves literally hysteria
Hypochondriacs.
to believe that. You know what I'm saying? They're so small-minded and they believe in things like this.
You're really sick.
you can convince someone. Like, I mean, look at.
I mean,
Hitler.
Did you hear about the woman who she hated her husband and she wanted a divorce from him? And he was, I guess, I don't know if he was attacking her, but somehow he was abusing her. She moved stuff in the kitchen and, like, denied moving it and literally drove him insane to get away from him. And he ended up dying.
Nope.
You ever heard about the guy who thought he was freezing to death, and
Yes, because he was locked in a cooler, and the cooler wasn't even on,
the cooler was
and
off.
his body convinced him that he was freezing. That when they rescued him, he was like stiff as if he were frozen. His body literally froze, and the cooler freezer was not even on.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, I think that is possible.
No, that's legit.
No, it's a legit thing.
Like if you really think something like think about people with stress. If you really think that something's
Your
really,
mind
Yeah,
is
I guess
powerful.
so.
We have control of 10% of our mind.
Like that's like
So
was that?
prosecutors like Amanda Knox. Have you guys seen the Amanda Knox documentary?
No.
No, I heard you were all on that though.
Yeah, you need to watch that. So, it's on Netflix.
Right now.
They were like she was in Italy and they had her like almost convinced that she did kill this girl, even though she didn't, because they kept drilling it in her like you killed her, you did this, and so she like convinced herself, or either that she killed her or that she was at her house or something. So she believed that she actually was there, and it's like
That can happen.
like anything can convince you if you have it drilled in your head enough. Like the stress can make you believe anything.
Yeah.
So.
And just think, anxiety can make you feel like you're literally dying.
Yep.
I mean, we have that anxiety. Okay. So yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
This isn't gonna make me believe Nessie though. No matter how many times you drill this in my head.
Let's get into Nessie.
I'm not gonna believe in
Wait,
Nessie.
so verdict is: do you believe that this
No.
happened?
Like it
Whether
happened,
what their motives were for dancing? Do you believe this was a real event that they documented?
that they died, that people
No,
died,
that they documented. Yeah,
that people died. Yes, in that time frame.
I believe it. I don't know if I believe that it happened for that reason, but I believe this is a real event that they didn't understand.
I believe they
Yes.
died, and they
It
were just
was,
like, let's call it dancing.
It was a misdocumented part of history. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it.
I could
happened.
see it being obviously it's misdocumented because they thought they were dancing to death,
Mhm.
and I don't think that's what happened. But
So yeah, I think so.
all right,
All right, y'all ready for Nessie? 'Cause I'm not. I am. All right, so everybody knows about Nessie, right?
No, we're
Lochness
Scotland.
Monster.
Where
Is it in
Scotland.
Scotland? I thought it was somewhere up north.
Since east, I guess.
We were thinking.
Oh, I meant
Maine.
like North
Yeah.
America.
Oh no, this is Scotland.
Scotland,
It's Scotland.
I thought it was like in Maine or New York.
Nope.
Right?
It's in Scotland, and actually, what
The
I
Great
was
Lakes?
looking up on my phone was
Okeechobee.
yesterday. There was a Loch Ness
Nessie
monster.
sighting. Let me see. Does it have a picture?
Well, I mean,
It's a ghetto picture. It's not legit.
yeah, I mean, you can see
It was a
her-
Polaroid
her
picture.
little
Is that a
hand.
bird over the water?
No, man, it's
Let me
Nessie.
see. Let me see this. Let me
There's
see
a
this.
fence there.
It's Nessie.
You know, I want you to know, I'm not discrediting your photo, but at Disney, there's a flagpole that has a golden eagle on top, and people were saying it was a UFO because it was so bright in the background you couldn't see the pole of the flagpole. So, like, they went through the pictures from 2008, and they're like, oh my god, there's a UFO. And then I screenshotted a picture of the flagpole, and I was like, it's a flagpole.
Well, that's just
So I'm
silly.
just
This
saying,
is real.
no, but I'm saying, like, it made it look like something it wasn't. That could be a bird swooping down for lunch.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever.
No, man.
Oh my
Nessie.
god.
I'm curious to know if he really believes in this.
Okay, so 21st century, which we're in 2017 now, so it's been 18 years, right?
Since the last Nessie sighting.
No. So
No,
every year,
yesterday.
every single year, there are like more than one sighting. So, not everybody's going to cry
When did
wolf
this
about this.
tall tale start?
Back in 15.
The earliest report is in 565 AD. Listen, alright.
Did they
Crocodile-
draw what it looked like back then?
Well, they haven't
So
seen it.
basically, it started on the same time El Chupacabra.
Okay, look. So, crocodiles are basically dinosaurs, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. So, why can't there still be dinosaurs that we don't know about?
Is
Like
she
Nessie.
in the ocean?
Dinosaurs were
No,
never
she's not in
here.
the
Then I
ocean.
don't believe it's true.
Because you're telling me she lived from 560 AD to 2017?
No, I'm saying like there
Because
could have been
there's-
other Nessies. It's not the
Do you
same
think they're
Nessie.
breeding?
Yeah.
Because
So there's
dinosaurs
several
don't
Nessies.
exist.
In a lake. You don't believe that there were ever dinosaurs?
No, dinosaurs didn't
We're not
exist.
getting it. Sorry, guys. There was a brief phone call that paused the audio. My bad, y'all.
Everybody's trying to.
We're not getting into the dinosaur.
Everybody's
bit.
against
We're
me.
not getting into the dinosaur.
Everybody's
bit.
against
Don't
me with
start
Messi.
it.
They even tried
Go.
calling to mess me up.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
That was the government calling.
Yeah, there's like, stop.
Oh my
kids, stop.
god.
And it
Stop,
said,
because you know I'm super into
and
conspiracy
it said
theories.
no caller
Yeah,
ID.
it said no caller
He's
ID.
listening to us right now.
Yo, what up, fam?
Now do you believe me?
Make sure you subscribe.
Now do you
That would
believe
happen.
Four
to
P's
the
in a
Lochness.
podcast.
Guys, that's really scary. I'm super into conspiracy theories. I'm on board with you right now. Let's do this.
Okay, so like Mike said, what was it? 3% of the ocean's been discovered.
She's not in the
5
ocean.
She's in the lake, isn't
know.
she?
She's
Are you
in
trying
the-
to say that lake has been
If they
discovered?
haven't discovered all of the ocean, what makes you think they're gonna try to discover all of Loch Ness?
Because it's just a small
it is-
body of
It's
water.
a small body of water.
It's not
Ted.
small.
It's a lake.
It's not small
So,
though.
like,
Whatever,
you can
dude.
discover that. You
It
can
is
go to the
226 meters deep. Yes, they can have submarines that go there, but the normal visibility under the water is
Maybe-
no more than 4 inches. The dark coloring is caused by high density of peat particles. They say that whenever they're in submarines, they cannot see underwater because it's so dark, even with lights. How are they going to find it?
So you know
Are they
when-
losing boats and ships in there too, like the Bermuda
You know when you
Triangle?
go, when you go fishing and they have like a fish tracker, or anything that's under the water tracker.
Yeah. They can.
Why haven't they shot Nessie
Also,
with it?
they have done sonar things.
And nothing shows up because nothing's there.
Submarines move pretty fast, right?
Has anyone hit it?
They caught something on their sonar that was keeping up with the submarine. They said it was no
You know, I've
larger than
actually
a.
watched a documentary on this.
They said it was larger than a shark, smaller than a whale.
Loch
What-
Ness is
what
that
is-
small? I thought it was supposed to be some like gargantuan.
So wait, if the Loch
Cruise
Ness is
ship.
that big,
Yeah.
right?
I
not
know you're
very
gonna say
big.
dinosaurs.
If it's that big,
Not all
There's like a
dinosaurs were
fruit
big.
fly in here.
why is his head so small?
Why is your head so small?
Because I'm not
Loch
between the
Ness
size of
monster?
a whale and a shark. I'm not in between
Listen,
that
man,
size.
we already
range.
have the government
Can I
calling.
use your internet for a second?
All right.
She's gonna find out who just called.
Me?
And like we were saying, technology back then wasn't very great. So, and the largest search to date was in '87.
Because no one cares about the Loch Ness
Like-
monster.
Because it's just a Scottish folktale.
No,
It's to scare little kids to go back to sleep.
I've never been scared of it.
So you're
I'm scared
telling
of
me people
everything.
don't go in
You
that
also
body
don't
of
live
water?
in Scotland.
Mhm.
People don't go in that body of water? One day ago, Loch Ness Monster isn't dead after all.
That's the one that he's reading off of right now.
I know.
Listen.
It looks like a bird.
And then go back to the old
I
photograph.
want you
It
to
looks
know-
just like it.
One day ago, somebody took a picture of a dinosaur in the water. You're telling me that's Loch Ness?
That's the Loch Ness monster.
That's the old picture.
Yeah, that's.
So wait.
And then the new picture
That's the old picture.
you notice how every picture they get, we've got
is the same.
really good technology right
Is the
now.
same.
We've got incredible technology, and you're telling me every picture they get is grainy AF?
Not only that,
That's
Like,
the old-
7-Eleven surveillance gets better
No,
footage than this,
not only
Caleb.
that-
Scotland don't have that.
what is that? It's bigger than a shark, smaller than a whale, but his head is about the size of my arm. And he's just poking up like, oh, hey, what's up? My name's Nessie, guys. No big deal.
These pictures are so stupid.
Oh my gosh.
So she has fin, like arm fins things. She kind of looks like a
Yeah.
lizard snake.
Google Earth.
Nobody knows. What
That
is
looks
that?
nothing like what you just showed in that picture.
That's like a
It
whale.
just has a little head. I don't know.
Its head is right there.
That ain't no head.
How is that
It's a
from?
body.
That looks like a catfish, Caleb.
How is that?
You're getting
from,
catfished by the Loch Ness monster right now.
How is that from Google Earth? If
Listen.
Google Earth is like,
How can Google Earth find the Loch Ness
if
monster
she's smaller than a whale.
if she's smaller than a whale in a body of water that you can't see through?
This
What was
this
that,
I could
Ebs?
believe.
Oh my god.
But what I don't understand, now don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of like fish down in the ocean that are really, really old. It's
Mhm.
insane.
Mhm.
But you're telling me this heifer has lived since 560 AD.
Before
I'm
that,
not
because
saying-
she's a dinosaur.
I'm not saying her specifically, but Nessie babies.
Literally.
What the frick?
Literally. We have to go past AD, before BC, before Adam and
it
Eve.
was 565 AD.
Alright, I'm talking, you have to go before BC.
Caleb,
They were
I'm sorry,
breeding
but whatever
different
this
dinosaurs.
is not
Not
snake-like.
in AD.
There's no way its head would have got above the water like you
If
just
it is
showed
a
me.
snake.
It's because it's not real, that's why we don't
It's
know.
a monster. Like, monsters have different kind of
Oh my gosh.
things.
I watched Monsters Inc.
Like
and I
Medusa.
didn't see an animal that
I'm
was
sorry, but that's not
smaller
a
than a
Loch Ness
whale
monster.
and larger than a shark at all.
Have you ever seen a fish that
this
is
is
larger than a shark, smaller than a whale?
No.
Nessie.
They
I haven't.
don't have any proof.
So I think
Because
we
she's
can.
hiding.
I think we can all say that
All right, who believes this garbage?
this octopus.
Caleb, do you believe it?
Keep in mind, guys, the government just called. So
Do you believe it?
You know why they
The
called?
government wants to hear that we don't believe
The
it.
government called because I said that I don't
Do
believe
you
in
believe it?
dinosaurs. No, I don't believe in it.
I don't believe in it. I'm
you're
sorry.
my wife.
It's the least.
Okay.
Out of all of them, I believe in yours the least.
You're my wife.
No, I believe that there's something out there that like they don't know what it is, but I don't believe it's like.
So
Loch
if they don't know
Ness.
what it is, it's a Loch Ness monster.
No, because
Bruh.
the Loch Ness monster is supposed to look like that.
If
The
it's
Loch Ness monster
unidentified-
is supposed to look like a monster,
That looks.
not Squidward's ugly cousin.
Squidward's ugly cousin would look
Dang,
like a
look
monster.
how big they're trying to say it is in comparison to land. Which, by the way, I want you to know, this picture and the picture they showed in the middle of the lake are the exact same picture. So one of them are photoshopped, at least.
And if she's smaller than
This-
a whale, then it's not.
That's
good.
way bigger than a whale. Look at that shoreline. That is a fake photo.
No, they're saying
And-
that is the size.
Yeah, and it's still.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's still
I don't believe that.
It's still the size of a whale though.
It's photoshopped.
Sorry, dude.
We should go
So-
to Scotland.
I'll go find Nessie. So y'all don't believe it?
Yeah, we'll go to
Absolutely
Bermuda Triangle.
not.
You go to freaking Scotland.
Yeah, I don't believe it either.
Caleb,
I just
tell me
wanted
how.
something to talk
Tell
about.
me how. Do you really not believe in it?
No, I don't. I don't. I just
Yeah,
wanted.
but I was just not trying to tell you it's
no,
not
I don't
real.
believe in. Now Bigfoot. That's a different story.
Now Sasquatch, that's a
I'm
real
not
deal.
even talking
I-
to you
maybe,
about that.
maybe.
I'm not even talking
But Nessie,
about
no,
The Abominable Snowman, real deal. Yeti,
maybe. I've always been fascinated with Loch Ness though. Obviously, I know it's probably not real,
no, it's not real.
but Bigfoot though, I don't know, cause I haven't.
You have a cousin who has a Bigfoot or
I
something.
don't believe it.
Chip. Chip wears size 15.
Yeah, well, Bigfoot wears like a
You
size
got me
80.
all worked up.
Shaq.
Y'all got me. Y'all have the real conspiracy theory.
How about I got the conversation going to where the government called?
I don't want to talk about it right
Yeah, you're
now.
welcome.
I'm
That's-
so,
Stop, Caleb. Stop,
I
Caleb.
need a nap. I'm so exhausted.
That was. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'm like extra stressed out.
So who had the most believable
Nessie.
Mike has the most believable one.
Oh, yeah.
Do what I
Well,
can.
Because, like, he has something that can, like,
Like there's actual
concrete
evidence on this.
evidence.
Yeah.
Like,
I do what I can, guys.
I
Oh my
just
god.
wonder
Oh
why.
my god. Take your head down from space for a second.
if we were trying to make things believable, I wouldn't have picked Nessie. I just wanted to get us talking.
I wonder why the Bermuda Triangle, like, no one researches it.
Why
That's
doesn't
why I think
anybody
it's, like-
research Loch Ness?
Because like ships really go missing.
Well, I did read something, and I'm not trying to say Loch Ness is real, the monster, but like there was something where like
I believe that there are species of
Yeah.
something in the ocean
Oh,
that
yeah,
we
most
don't know
defi-
about.
most definitely.
Because all the time, I like to watch like the What's New in Science, like the real science journal, like What's New,
oh yeah,
and I very often they find fish or species of aquatic life that are not known.
but what I'm trying to figure out is like when they did the sonar studies and they had something that was keeping up with it. They didn't know what it was. And then also...
Faulty equipment?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
and
people
then
are losing track of the Bermuda Triangle. Who's to say something doesn't show up on your map all funky?
Also, they said like some kind of World War II submarine was attacked or something like that in Lochness.
But do we have a way to tell if that's concrete evidence or that's a story that went online? Caitlyn
I
Jenner
don't know.
inside submarine is attacked by Loch Ness Monster. Like, that's in the Inquirer. The Inquisitor,
That
whatever
should
it's
be
called.
the real conspiracy theory.
Maybe
No,
we'll have
Caitlyn
to.
Jenner.
Maybe we'll have to do another podcast of like conspiracy theories. And if so, I already like pre-call Mandela effect because that's like my thing.
Oh, mine's easy. It's called the Madden.
Oh my
The
god.
Madden curse.
That is a conspiracy theory.
It's a real
Well,
deal conspiracy
anyways.
theory.
We've got some good ones. I like these. So.
I think we should talk about pet peeves.
Oh gosh, please no.
Because that'll
Oh,
get,
pet
that'll,
peeves would be great.
that'll get
Dude,
everybody
next week
going.
pet peeves. Next week pet peeves, 2 weeks conspiracy theory. Yeah?
I'll give you guys a preview. Urinals.
You don't like urinals?
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching this week's episode of
Two
Four
flies in
Peas in a Podcast. I'm Allison,
I'm Mike.
I'm Kayla.
Caleb.
and we're Four Peas in a Podcast. Bye, guys.
Peace.